JR and I were having a discussion yesterday about whether the birthers, for example, have a racial component to it, right? Whether they're questioning Barack Obama and his nationality because, and whether he was born in the United States, partly maybe because he's, African American and he was born in Hawaii. And I say, well, look, it could be just that his father is from a different country, and JR is saying, keep it real, right? Well, Media Matters did a good job of putting together a number of conservative hosts on a couple of different issues, but the same theme here. And after watching this, I thought, yeah, it's probably about race. Let's watch.
But you claim he was born in the Kenyan slums. You say that as a fact.
No, in a hospital in Mombasa. I didn't say Kenyan slum.
What's the difference?
All the President of the United States has to do is produce a birth certificate. That's all that has to be done.
They're finally hearing me. He's an angry black guy. I do believe that about the president. I do believe he's angry.
Everything that is getting pushed through Congress, including this health care bill, are transforming America. And they are all driven by President Obama's thinking on one idea: reparations.
We got the militant black reaction, the Cornel West. Basically, we saw a community organizer in action last night.
And they took it as an admission on the part of the military that the president is not, in fact, a legitimate citizen by birth. This guy has real issues with race, real issues.
The president needs to look at himself and say, do I have prejudice that I wasn't even aware of, perhaps, toward white people?
This guy that they elected, who they thought was all of these wonderful, perfect things, is now behaving as a community organizer and is fanning the flames of race. Here you have a black president trying to destroy a white policeman.
This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is. This guy is, I believe, a racist.
My favorite part was, this guy's behaving like a community organizer. Ooh, no, not that. Oh, my God, organizing the community, that's terrible. But look, perfect case of projection. He's an angry black man as they try to reach angry white men who feel like they're losing power in the country, losing status, etc. And they're trying to make them angry and angrier. But then they say, no, Obama's militant, as they wink and nod and say, hey, why don't you become more militant to respond to it? You see what I'm saying? The whole thing's projection. And when you look at it put together, man, is there a racial component to the conservative attacks against Obama, whether it's the birther case or some of the others? Come on now. Come on now. You can't watch that and think, no, there's no racial component at all. No, they would say the same exact things about him if he were white. You can't think that, man. It's just not possible. The proof is in the pudding here. And I love Glenn Beck or whoever it was. Yeah, I think it was Blake. He has real issues with race. Really, Glenn? Is it Obama who has real issues with race? Or could it be you? Watch more clips at theyoungturks.com.